Hello fellow adventurers and collectors, Filmaholic here. Today we're going to be going over some more G.I. Joe related items that I picked up from my collection. Now, this episode is more Action Man oriented, as it seems like we've had another British invasion, and I was fortunate enough to find a bunch of Action Man related items to add to my collection. Now, when I first started collecting G.I. Joe the first time around, I got familiar with Action Man by the way of Toy Polloi, Analog Toys, and the likes of those guys. And for me, it was my favorite type of G.I. Joe to collect, especially because of the eagle eyes. And I'm not sure why, but it has a unique look that wasn't really seen here in the United States. If it was tougher to find, to say the least, because I know it was on a muscle body and at some point later in the 70s, but these happen to be more abundant over there because Action Man actually lived longer than G.I. Joe did here in the States. So, like I said, I was able to acquire these, and it seemed like the previous owner had a mix of parts, some Cotswold, some original, and to me that's fine. More importantly was the head itself. So fortunately for me, both the eye mechanisms work, and I was able to work with what I had. So I'm not entirely sure what the look will be for these guys, but as we go along here, I'm sure it'll evolve, so we'll see. Next up, I actually found this guy, and the reason I didn't unbox him is because he came in a shoebox. I'm not entirely sure why, but beside the point, he came in pretty well. Did have to do some repair work on the Parka, and I think this is actually my first time having a non-Eagle Eyes Action Man, and the original plan was to use this body for the other Eagle Eyes head because I ended up taking that off of the reproduction body, but I liked the look of it so much that I decided to leave it as it is. So with that, here's a look at all the Parka G.I. Joes that I have, and I really do like this look, and ideally I would want to have at least one of these customized for each of the different foreign G.I. Joes that I have. So getting one and putting a Japanese flag for the Takara G.I. Joe, or getting, a Spanish flag for the Guyper Man. So that's a long-term goal that I'm going to work towards. Maybe not this year, but possibly next year. But we'll see. And again, I was fortunate enough to find this listing, and no one really looked at it, so I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, his hands did disintegrate as soon as I took him out and started investigating the condition of the figure, so that's another thing to add to the list of items that I need to repair. And then to finally wrap things up, this is the look at all the Action Men that I have in my collection. That the one in red happened to be my first one for G.I. Joe Collection 2.0. And again, the look of this guy really did hit me, so I left him as he is. And that was the one that came in the... Wait a minute, who is this guy? Now, like I said, I did take the Eagle Eyes head off of that body, and I ended up putting a Defender body on, or Defender head on it. And that was a head that was kind of, swimming around in my parts bin, and I figured I'd put that on the replacement body because, like I said, originally I planned to put the Eagle Eyes head on the guy in the blue Parka, but that didn't work out. So I'm definitely got to look for another body for him, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to exactly hunt for a Palatoy body because those are hard to come by here in the States, but at the very least, I'm probably going to use some various parts that I have to kit bash a body for him, so he's just not a floating head. But with that said, I do have one more thing coming that's definitely going to fit these guys very well. So with that said, or at least until that comes around, I thank you guys for watching this video, and if you feel so inclined, please like, comment, and or subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. And I'll catch you all next time.